Present day. A mid-size American city with a polished downtown and tired suburbs. Sarah Callahan, 50. She wants to be seen. To stop living like furniture in her own life. To build something that's hers. Art therapy work that helps other women who've been made invisible. Richard, 55. High-powered attorney and Sarah's husband.
Dinner tonight. Partners. You wear the navy. It photographs better.
Of course, it always does.
He kisses air near her cheek. Never looks up from his phone. Door shuts. Silence.
25 years married to the lead actor in a play I never auditioned for. He shines, I fade. I used to call this stability. Lately, it just feels like disappearing.
She pours his untouched coffee into the sink. Watches it swirl away like years. Sarah in their walk-in closet. Dresses in harsh, cool lighting.
Navy, Sarah. And no big earrings. Distracting.
Noted. Again, I'm not a billboard.
She reaches for the navy. Stops. Touches a bold red scarf hidden behind blouses. Leaves it there. For now, one evening, Sarah hovers at the threshold of a night school community college art room. People of mixed ages. Paint under their fingernails. A warm instructor approaches her.
Come on in. We're just making messes.
I'm out of practice. Ha 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 ha.
That's good. Practice blocks truth.
Sarah sits. Loads a brush. The first stroke lands too heavy, too honest. She exhales like she's been holding her breath for years.
In this room, no one cares I'm Mrs. Callahan. It's just me and a white space daring me to show up.
One afternoon, Sarah enters a small cafe. A woman in her late 40s, Karen, wipes tears with a napkin. Sarah approaches and joins her at the table.
Hey, are you okay?
He talks to everyone but me. We share a bed, like roommates with better pillows.
You're not crazy, you're starving. Being ignored breaks the spirit just as loud as being yelled at.
You sound like you have been here.
Well, I've got a map of it.
They exchange numbers. A seed of purpose is planted. Partner dinner at the city rooftop with lots of string lights. Richard shines, hand at the small of her back like he's steering a trophy.
So, Sarah, what do you do?
I'm taking night classes. Art therapy.
Well, she's a phenomenal hostess. Keeps me sane.
Laughter. Sarah's smile tightens.
He means it as a compliment. Everyone nods. I go quiet. I'm fluent and quiet.
A young associate, Mira, watches Sarah too intently. Looks away when Richard catches her eye. The first lie. In their bedroom, late evening while Richard showers. Phone buzzes. A text flashes on screen. We need to talk. It's getting dangerous. M. Sarah doesn't touch the phone. She files the name M. Church basement Tuesdays. A circle of metal chairs. Coffee in a big urn. Silent women, loud hearts. Taped to the wall. Sarah listens, then speaks.
I used to think neglect wasn't abuse because there were no bruises. But I've learned being unseen can be a slow suffocation. I want to help us breathe again.
The women nod. A mission crystallizes. Meanwhile, Sarah sits in her car outside the firm. Hands at 10 and 2. Not moving.
Do I go in? Ask? But then I become the crazy wife with the spiral notebook in her purse.
She exhales. Drives away. She chooses not to confront. Yet, on her next class, Sarah wears the red scarf from earlier.
There she is.
Well, I'm still shaky, but I'm here.
On the kitchen island, papers spread out, bank statements, charity receipts, odd transfers into a new household ops account Sarah never opened. Amounts just below what banks flag automatically.
He used my middle name initial. The signature looks like mine if I were in a hurry, or if someone studied it too well.
She photographs the documents, emails them to herself. Subject line, for later, for me. Later that night, while in the living room, Richard pours scotch.
Well, how's Mira doing? The young associate from dinner.
Mira, the one with the bangs? Fine. Why?
She looked worried.
Associates are born worried. Billable hours will do that.
He changes subject too fast. Sarah's suspicion climbs. Next day at the cafe again. Karen returns. She looks better.
I told him, I'm not invisible anymore. Well, I'm scared, but I feel awake.
Sometimes waking up is the scariest part. Your eyes adjust, then you see the mess. But at least you can clean a mess.
Sarah smiles, but her eyes say she's talking to herself too. One evening, there's a knock on Sarah's door. It's Myra, nervous, clutching a folder.
Mrs. Callahan. Sarah, this is reckless. But I had to warn you.
Warn me about what?
He's being investigated, not just for the affair rumor, money. He created shell accounts with your name on them. If this explodes, you'll be collateral.
Why are you telling me?
Because I tried to tell him to stop. He threatened to ruin me. I started recording. I gave statements. I'm the source. Everyone thinks I'm the affair, but I'm the whistle.
Why should I trust you?
You shouldn't. You should trust these proofs. These are emails, transfers, a memo he wrote to himself about timing withdrawals, under nuisance thresholds. He used your maiden signature.
Sarah simply rests her hand on it, like a hot stove.
This is the part where old me would faint. New me learns to breathe through fire.
When Sarah's alone, she opens the folder, email chains, her name on lines it never touched, a scanned signature that curdles her stomach.
He didn't just ignore me, he wore my face to steel.
She presses her palms into the counter until her knuckles blanch. One morning, in the bedroom, Richard tying his tie. Sarah steps in, calm like a storm's eye.
I need to ask you a question, and I need a straight answer.
Ask.
Did you open accounts in my name?
He laughs first, a bad tell, then scoffs, then pivots to offended.
Of course not. That's insulting.
Okay, last courtesy is given.
What does that mean?
You'll see.
At the church basement, Sarah stands. Not to share pain, this time to plan.
I thought survival meant silence, but survival can also mean sound. I need lawyers, a CPA, and anyone who knows how to archive emails so they never disappear.
I've got a nephew who does white-collar defense. He hates his job. He might help you out of spite.
Lawyer. It breaks the tension just enough. A tiny coalition forms. TVs in the firm's lobby. News alert. Prominent attorney under investigation for embezzlement, fraud. Photos of Richard flash.
They're lying. Sarah, they're lying.
You just looked me in the eye and lied. So if they're lying too, you've got competition.
Stay, please. If this goes to court, I need a loyal wife by my side.
No?
It's the first clean no she's said in years. It lands like a new planet forming. Sarah's whiteboard with arrows and timelines. Mira on speaker, the CPA on Zoom, the group's nephew lawyer on the other line. Controlled chaos.
Mrs. Callahan, there's exposure here. If the DA believes you were complicit.
I wasn't. And I have the emails to prove I wasn't even in the room.
The DA I spoke with, she's tough but fair. She wants clean victims and clean witnesses.
Then let's get you squeaky.
I spent decades making dinner plans. Now I'm making defense plans. Turns out I'm good at both.
Next day, Richard storms in with his own attorney.
Mrs. Callahan, anything you say can and will.
Save it. I'm not his shield. I'm a witness.
You do this to me?
No, you did this to us. I'm doing something for me.
He realizes he doesn't know this version of her. He steps back like she's a stranger. That's the point. The night before gallery space under construction, Sarah hangs a painting. A faceless woman at a dinner table, surrounded by people. The woman's hands glow, the only color in the room.
You okay?
Not even close, but I'm not numb. I'll take it.
Do you ever feel guilty for feeling good?
All the time. I think women mistake oxygen for selfishness.
They laugh. A warm moment before the storm. The DA District Attorney's Office. Files stacked. A woman DA, mid-50s, sharp eyes, no time for fluff.
Mrs. Callahan, this is ugly. If you cooperate fully, we keep your name clean. But you can't pick compassion over truth in here.
I'm not here to save him. I'm here to save myself. And the women he hurt?
Good. Then help me nail the architecture. We go after the system, not just the man.
Sarah signs a cooperation agreement. Her hands steady. At the parking lot, two women whisper as Sarah passes. Another woman in her 60s stops her.
For what it's worth, I saw you. Before all this, I just didn't know how to tell you.
Thank you. Next time, tell her anyway.
In their dining room, same table as before, now strewn with subpoenas. Richard, wrecked.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
You meant to help yourself. The hurt was a budget line item.
Who are you?
The woman you never saw.
Silence. Richard understands the title of the story he's in, and that it's not his. Later, in the DA's office.
We can bury him. Prison time. He'll lose the bar for life.
He threatened me. He threatened others. I want accountability.
You'll get it. But Sarah asked for this meeting because she's proposing something.
I want jail time, yes. But I also want restitution structured into something that heals. He siphoned money from a women's legal fund. I built a community center on fumes. Let him build it back brick by brick. Mandatory pro bono hours for 5 years. Under our roof, under watch. And he learns the names of the women he stepped on.
You would let him in your space?
Not to redeem him, to educate him, and to put money back where he took it from.
Controversial but powerful. We'll need the judge to bite.
Courtroom. Sentencing day. The room is packed. Richard looks smaller than we've ever seen him. Sarah sits with Mira and women from the group. The judge addresses the court.
Mr. Callahan, the facts are not in dispute. The question is the structure of your sentence. The victim impact statement from Mrs. Callahan has weight.
She spoke for me?
I spoke for myself. Your Honor, he stole money from a fund meant to help women stand up in rooms where they felt small. He also stole years from me. Years I spent shrinking. Prison is necessary. Accountability is necessary. But I'm asking for a sentence that also rebuilds what he broke. Mandatory restitution, routed directly to the new Sarah Callahan Community Center for Advocacy and Art Therapy, and 5 years of supervised pro bono under our intake program. He will see every face he once refused to look at.
Richard stares like he's seeing a ghost with a sword.
Motion granted in part. Custodial time plus structured restitution and supervised pro bono on release. Court is adjourned.
It's not mercy. It's math. With meaning. Outside the courthouse. Richard is escorted away. He twists back toward Sarah.
Thank you for saving me.
I didn't.
Richard goes. The line is the cleanest boundary she's ever drawn. The center opens. A renovated building with sunlight, a mural, hands in many shades, lifting a faceless figure who's becoming visible.
This is what you built, in the shadows.
This is what we built, out loud. Women move through hallways. Art on walls shows messy, honest lives. There's laughter, there are tissues. It feels lived in, real.
Months later, Richard, now a volunteer under supervision, sits in intake with a woman describing a financial abuse situation.
You lawyers don't get it.
I didn't. I'm trying to learn.
He looks across the room. Sarah stands at a distance, not watching him. Watching the woman. The center is for her, not him. That's the point. The gallery night. The gallery is now a fundraiser. Sarah's series wallpaper sells out. She wears the coral scarf like a flag she no longer hides.
What changed you?
I stopped asking to be seen and started seeing myself.
Back hallway. Mira pulls Sarah aside, conflicted.
There's something you should know. The original tip that got me looking at Richard, it wasn't from the bar or an auditor. It was an anonymous email. From a burner, months before I met you.
Okay.
I traced it back. It came from your house. Your IP. Time-stamped at 2:14 a.m., 3 months before any of this. You tried to warn the world before you ever warned yourself.
Sarah's face shifts. Surprise. Then a small, shocked laugh. The night she couldn't sleep, the night she looked through receipts and felt her stomach drop, she sent a flare into the dark and forgot she ever lit it.
I guess some part of me believed me before I did.
You weren't invisible to you. Not really.
They stand in a quiet, humming hallway. 2 women who chose truth over shame. The call no one expected. Later that night. Phone buzzes. Unknown number. Sarah steps outside under streetlights. It's Richard. From a monitored line.
I read your proposal again. The one you gave the judge. I thought it was mercy. It wasn't. It was clarity.
Good night, Richard.
I wanted to say, this center? It's the first room you ever asked me to walk into that I couldn't own. That's good. I'm sorry for what it's worth.
I accept that you said it.
She ends the call. She looks up. Quiet stars over a noisy city. If you're watching this and you feel small in your own house, I know that room. If you've been waiting for permission to pick yourself, This is it. If this story hits something tender, you're not alone. Subscribe to Hidden Truth Stories for more real, raw stories that don't blink at the hard parts, and share this with someone who needs the reminder. Invisibility isn't destiny.